Welcome back to another episode of the Cody Tucker Show. As always, I'm your host, Cody Tucker. Today, I am joined by a very special guest, the one and only Miss Sarah Arabic. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. I could not be better. I mean, it is about 180 degrees here, so that
Where is
kind of sucks.
here?
Texas, like East Texas, kind of by
Oh,
Dallas-ish.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's fucking rough.
Is
Like,
it like dry heat or is it humid?
no, humid as shit. Like, it is so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, like have you ever been to Miami? I can
Yeah,
only
a
like
long time ago, but yeah,
is
yeah.
it like that? 'Cause
Very similar.
I lived in Dubai for a little bit and that's like Miami's like the closest thing I can relate that to in terms of like
Yeah.
heat, humidity, it just
Yeah.
everything. I feel
Really,
like
Dubai's really humid. I would expect it to be like super dry.
It's coastal, that's why it's very humid.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, before we kick into things, go ahead and plug, promote anything you'd like. Where can people find you? All that good stuff.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Arabic, an adult actress, person, performer. You can just honestly just go to saraharabic.com. It has all the links and everywhere you can find me. It's Sarah with an H, saraharabic.com.
Perfect.
Oh, that was
So
good. I don't know. I don't know.
no, that was yeah, pretty clean, I'd say. You did a good
I
job.
really, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, that makes two of us. So yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah, you're in good
We're in this
company.
together.
Yeah, you'd think that I'd have it down by now because I've done, a few of
I'm
these.
counting on you to like help me out.
Oh no, you're counting on the wrong person.
Shit.
Yeah, I am. No, I am. I'm very good at pretending like I know what I'm doing, and kind of fake it till you make it, sort of thing. Except I never make it, which is that's the problem. Yeah, I think.
I don't know. I don't know about that. If you
What?
like, you have to fake it till you don't have to fake it till you make it. You just have to be delusional, and that's fine.
Oh, oh,
Sometimes
I'm.
you just have to be delusional.
Oh, I'm definitely that. Yeah, I am not a. I'm not living in reality most of the
That's
time.
fine though. Reality sucks. Who wants to be there?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, why
Right?
not just make your own version and make it how you want it to be?
Oh, of course. I do that all the time. I'm
Yeah,
the
like,
main character in my life.
oh,
For
so
sure.
actually, I don't even know if I really am in my own. I think I'm just kind of doing
Oh,
little side missions, and here I
okay.
am. Every once in a while, I
Are
show
are
back up.
you the what do they call them?
Oh,
Are you the NPC in your own life?
I think I might be.
No, that's not cool.
No, I'm not. No, trust me, I have developed more of an ego than I ever thought I would. Which,
You know,
yeah,
you have to in this day and age.
yeah. I mean, it's verging on like a dictator level ego.
A
Like,
little very utilitarian, you know.
kinda, yeah. In my own little world, I am kind of the like
I'm
the
not,
chairman Mao of my own world. Just not. I mean, that didn't work out, so I guess there's there's that. I mean, sorry to the mouse. Maoist.
yeah, you know what? You speak your truth.
I will.
I'm scared.
Do you say that phrase a lot? Speak your truth. That's a
Uh,
that's a phrase that gets on my goddamn nerves. No offense to like. I mean, you say
I mean, I just say it to say it.
fair
It's, I
enough.
don't really like say it a lot or a little.
Well, no,
Depends
well, like
on
how
the
you said it, that's not really that doesn't get on my nerves. But when people say that's like I watch a lot of reality TV, a lot of Real
yeah,
Housewives.
is that what
I
they
don't watch.
say?
Yeah, there's a lot of like, well, that's my truth. I'm like, no, it isn't.
I mean, I always say there in every situation there are three truths or three perspectives between, like, let's say a couple is fighting. There's three perspective. It's the first person, the second person, and the actual truth.
But
So
that's the
everybody,
real one.
but who's gonna actually objectively, you know, talk about it? If it's like a fight between two people, there's only the
Yeah.
two that people speak about. It's his perspective or hers, or I'm just saying his or her, but there's always the truth that nobody really. discusses. So
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think you're right.
This is getting way too deep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I
not.
mean,
I'm speaking some of my truth right now.
I'll take that. I mean,
Yeah.
you're the main character in your own life. It is your truth. Why not?
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
not? You
yeah.
have to have a little bit of
No,
an ego.
I think so. I think a healthy ego is good. Confidence is good, which I imagine like you probably have a pretty damn good amount of confidence.
Every now and then, you know,
Yeah.
the veil draws a little bit,
Well,
but
I just mean to do like to be in your like to do like your career, like to kind of, to put yourself out there. That's not an easy thing for most people to do. Like most people are just like naturally like ashamed. Not, I mean, maybe shame is not the right word, but they do kind of have like this, like, oh, I don't want people to see me like exposed. But for you to do it, like that takes a pretty good amount of confidence.
yeah, I mean, it was part of my journey, I guess. It was a journey. Nobody just falls into that out of nowhere or just gets anywhere in life without like a reason. But it was a part of my sexual discovery and the journey with that led me where
Yeah.
I am.
So
And
how did that start? Like, did you start off like dancing? I mean, I think a lot of people I think start off like, working in like the
no,
strip
so
clubs and stuff.
I actually have I used to work in finance. I have a degree in finance.
Okay.
And that was what I was doing full time, but it was just a moment where I was living on my own. I had some semblance of freedom away from like a lot of like family and stuff like that. And I decided like, hey, I want to explore my kinks. That's what it started as. I want to
Okay.
explore my kinks. I want to explore different kinks, see if I like them or not. And I dipped heavily into BDSM. And at that time, I was just posting on, I don't know if you know the website called FetLife.
No, no,
It
but I will
it,
be going on there pretty soon, I think. So,
it is basically like Facebook for kink and BDSM.
okay.
It really is like that is the easiest way to describe it.
Yeah.
But I was just posting photos and videos there, just kind of documenting life, the things that I would do. And I think that's when someone mentioned OnlyFans. I was like, okay, maybe I'll take that as not a side hustle, but just to supplement all the lingerie and toys and all the stuff that I was buying. Because
Right.
in finance brain, I'm like, I'll make this hobby pay for itself.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, it just kind of took off from there. Now
Yeah.
I'm doing me.
That's awesome. I mean, to have like, just like your own sort of freedom to do what you want and explore the things you want to explore. Like, it's
Mhm.
the thing a lot of people don't get to do. I mean, they could do it, they just don't because of
Yeah,
whatever fear they may have or.
yeah.
So, like, you obviously don't have that. I mean, at
It,
least to an extent.
I don't know. I'm always afraid. I'm always afraid of things.
Really?
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
I'm not like there are things that are I don't know what it is. I might need probably an outside like opinion on it, but the priority in my head of what I'm more afraid of versus what I'm not, I think is very different for me than most people. Like
That's interesting.
I'm not really afraid what a random person says to me.
Gotcha.
Like
Gotcha.
I don't really care. And there are a lot of people who say a lot of like just being on the internet as is, they're always, everybody has an opinion and everybody
Yeah.
feels like they need to tell others exactly what unsolicited what their opinions are.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So
Oh, I bet you get
like
it
so that's
so
why
bad.
I'm not that bothered by being in the public eye, so to speak.
Right.
But there are other things that I'm afraid of more than others.
Yeah. I'm afraid of grasshoppers.
Spiders. Oh no.
Spiders are rough too.
They're
Spiders
and they're so judgmental.
spiders are judgmental?
Feel like they have like their it was a joke, sorry.
No, no, you're good. No, no, I'm just trying to
I'm
because
just
like like
trying.
no, you're good. I could see it.
Okay, thank you.
See, to me, like I don't mind spiders as much because I can kind of keep an eye on them until you don't. Until you look away and then it's gone. And then suddenly it's the most scary thing in the world.
For me, it's like out of sight, out of mind. If I see it, I'm frozen in fear. I don't know what I cannot go. I feel like if I move, they're gonna move, and that scares me. I'm scared of them jumping. I'm scared of them. They have 8 legs. They're
Yeah,
gonna be
they do.
faster than other like animals, other insects.
That is a good point.
So I'm definitely afraid of them. But if I don't see them, if they just operate in the shadows without me seeing them, I'm okay with them. 'Cause some of them they're good. You know, they keep the ecosystem alive. They eat all the other
Yeah.
bugs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you gotta have them around, but
I don't want to see them.
doesn't yeah, exactly. You gotta have them around, but it doesn't mean you have to like them, which is fair. Like lawyers. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you don't gotta like a lawyer, but gotta have them or things kind of run to shit. Yeah, grasshoppers. There's something about it, they're just too unpredictable. I don't like things that are unpredictable. I like to like know what the hell is gonna happen, and those little bastards just really don't seem to have any.
Unpredictable. Is it because they jump?
Yeah, but they jump and it like they don't seem to really know where they're going. They just kind of jump and hope for the best, and that there's
I feel
something
like
about
it's
that.
been a minute since I've seen a grasshopper. Like I know that they're there, but unlike spiders, they're kind of just they operate in the dark for me. They're like you
Yeah,
hear them at night and shit, but that's I've never actually I don't remember the last time I've seen one.
you're lucky. Yeah.
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 Um,
What about snakes? Snakes scare you?
I've never encountered one in real life, but I feel like it would scare me.
They're kind
If
of
I,
interesting. Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
people
That's
hate snakes, so I feel like I should be more afraid of snakes than I
yeah.
don't really thought I think about snakes now. I have touched snakes before. I've been to a
I
few parties
know.
where they had the snake vendor.
Yeah. I have the internet too. I know.
Yes, everybody knows. Everybody watching.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Quite a few. Yeah.
Uh,
Do you do because I'm all this is always something that's fascinating to me. Actually, before I go into that, earlier when you were talking about doing like the BDSM stuff, are
yeah.
you the submissive person or the dominant person?
At that time, I was the submissive one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is that different now?
Not so much, but I do feel like every now and then I dip my toes into topping people or being more, I wouldn't say doming because
Mhm.
I have a lot more respect for people who do that. But I feel like I had to be a submissive to know how like the other person takes it or even like top them every now and then. So
Gotcha. That's
it's
interesting.
a little different. It's just a little
Yeah. Yeah, the world, that's an interesting world because like I didn't really know that I was into that until like pretty recently. Then I was
brilliant.
like,
What
yeah,
are
and
you
then
what
huh?
are your things? What are you into?
Well, that's become one, like being a dominant, which I'm always kind of like I like control, like just in general. I
Yeah,
like having control of fucking everything kind of. Um like so even then, like I like
it's more like mental. Like, okay, you want to be the one who is in charge where things goes and all of that.
very yeah, that's so I didn't really kind of know that that's how I was. Like I hadn't really thought about it until like recently. I was like, oh yeah, I am kind of like a control freak in a lot of ways.
Mm,
And so I was like, a BDSM thing it might be a good avenue for me. Turns out it is. But yeah,
I'm so happy for you.
thank you. At least someone is. No, now are there any like kinks or fetishes that you haven't explored that you want to, or have you pretty much knocked off everything that you're kind of interested in?
I don't think I've knocked everything off my list, but I can't really think of anything right now, like
Yeah.
out the top of my head.
You
Uh,
don't have like a bucket list of things like, oh, I'd really like to do.
well,
I
it's
mean,
not,
maybe not even a kink, but
kinks, but like I have things I want to do. I want to be like used as a party favor in like a bachelor party or something. I want to have like kind of
Oh,
like a threesome or like not like a foursome or a gangbang, but I want all the guys to know each other. Like that's the important part. Like I want everybody to know each other.
like a basketball team. You
Yeah,
can
but
just
I
do
want
that.
them to be like friends, like best friends. Like I want them to know each other on a deeper level than just
Gotcha, gotcha.
an acquaintance, you know?
Well, a bachelor party is a kind of good way to go.
So that is definitely something I want to achieve in my life. It sounds like fun. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I've never been in a situation like that before.
I don't know a lot of people who have, and I think that's what makes it unique and good.
That's a good point.
I love doing things that I've never tried before. Like I like experiencing new things. That's
Yeah.
kind of one of my kinks. It's not necessarily the thing itself that I'm interested in. Well, for that one I am, but
Yeah.
it's the fact that I'm trying something new and exploring and pushing myself that
Right.
kind of hot to me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's huh. Have you ever tried one and then found out like, I don't like this?
Um. Yeah, I've done some stuff that I wasn't really like not a fan of. It's just like it did nothing for me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I mentioned this like quite a bit, but like feet fetishes. It
Yeah,
just does nothing for me. I mean, I'm not like anti feet or I'm not
yeah,
like gonna protest someone's feet or anything, but like, I mean, I'm not, they ain't really attractive to me.
yeah. No, that's. I have a friend who always was like, it's kind of like the same thing. They're like, I am not into feet, like, but I wish I was because imagine all the feet content that's out there, all the feet you can see out in the world. Imagine
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
many. The opportunities are endless. Like life just keeps giving.
That's a great point because you are way more likely to see someone's bare feet than like their tits or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
would. God, I do need to be into feet. I'm missing out on a
That's what
gold mine.
honestly. You can trick yourself to like that. Like
I'll have to. I'll have to just like find the right pair and just make it happen.
just make it happen.
Yeah.
No, you start by just the way you do that is by sorry to be graphic, but
Go
you start
ahead.
by jerking off only to feet porn. And
Okay.
only do that for like I don't know how long, but like
Like
I'm
couple
months.
times a day for a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah, but like for a couple months, for like 6 months.
Jesus. It's
I think
dedication.
I think it's more like a type of brainwashing. But you're doing it to yourself, so it's kind of ethical, right?
Yeah. Yeah, brainwashing yourself is good. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, you're just yeah,
that's
it's a brain cleanse.
that's kind of what isn't that what guided meditation is? It's like hypnotism, basically.
Very
Hypnotism.
much.
That's what it's kind of what it is.
Yeah. So I just need to like self-hypnotize myself into wanting to like jerk off to feet. And
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
I
yeah.
would be such a happier person.
Do you
Yeah.
ever goon? Do you go on gooning sessions?
What's that?
Okay, okay. Where do I start?
Okay.
Okay. Gooning is, or a gooner is someone who's obsessed with porn and masturbation or masturbating. You would find I'm just gonna give you different meanings for the same word.
All right.
Gooning is when you only like you go on like these long sessions of just watching porn and edging for like hours and hours and hours. Uh,
Okay.
a goon cave is your basic goon setup. There's people who post on Reddit their goon caves, which is like, all these like complicated like PCs with like 3 monitors and like 15 different like little gadgets and stuff. They
Yeah.
were posting their like setup and their goon cave. So every now and then I goon because I think it's fun.
Right.
And I do it the way I like to do it is I go in my bedroom, I turn off most of the lights, but not all of it because I use my VR headset. So
Okay.
on my VR headset. So even if you're watching like 2D porn, everything else is black, and the only thing I'm watching is just like porn. And I have my hair tied on one hand, and I have like some water in my on my nightstand so I can say hi.
Okay.
But I'm being honest about this.
This is a safe space, I promise. But
So yeah, I go gooning every now. I don't know why I went into this. I think I had a point, but I forgot.
oh, you
And
don't need to have a point, trust me. I
but
mean,
yeah,
this is perfect. This is kind
so
of yeah, this is my bread and butter for sure. Yeah, so
gooning.
gooning.
So you don't know about gooning, or you're just saying that?
Huh?
You don't know what gooning is, or are you just
No,
saying
I really I had no idea what that was. Uh-uh. I mean,
crazy?
I like I mean, I
I
once you
feel
start
like it
explaining
went
it,
into like internet culture, like outside of just the porn world. That's why.
yeah, I'm not really in like yeah, I don't really keep up, I think. I think I'm kind of more vanilla when it comes to just like my porn intake. It's very just like I have certain people that I like and then certain like genres
I
that I
feel
like.
like if you're a person who's on the internet, no matter how, whether you're in the like outside of your porn likes and
Uh-huh.
dislikes, you would have came across gooning.
I haven't. I think we
It's like
might have different algorithms.
in a
But
meme almost, you know?
I don't know. I feel like our algorithms might be slightly different.
Crazy. It's so crazy. Every time I meet someone or talk to someone who's obviously their algorithm is completely different than mine, like sometimes I think about that. Like I think
Yeah.
about the type of memes they get versus what I do because as we mentioned before, I am the main character in my story.
Yes.
So for me to see someone who has probably like a completely different outlook and different types of jokes based on like the memes that they have blows my mind.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
You know
gooning
what
is one that
I
huh?
mean? Like, do you understand what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Yes, because I
Yeah,
kind of do the same thing. Like I think like whenever I especially if somebody makes a joke or like references something that I'm like kind of clueless about, I'm like, wait, so like your whole life led you to this point to where you found this thing that I would never have found because my life is so much different.
exactly what
Yeah.
it is. And I like making obscure references to things that most people haven't watched. So
Yeah.
and then, like when I find out that they don't know what that reference is, I'm like, what world are you living in?
Exactly. I like yes, I remember growing up and like just finding out that people had never heard of a certain band was crazy to me. And
Yeah,
but then in my head I'm just like, "Oh, well yeah, you grew up like in a world where that doesn't exist." Like,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, Gooning's one that kind of fell through the cracks. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I feel like I should have
Oh, it's
known
never
this.
too late. Listen, what better time than now?
Exactly. Yeah. I appreciate the lesson to be honest. Like it's
I think you should look into it because it's fun. It's fun to goon.
yeah, it
But
seems like
so I think we were talking about hypnosis.
we
So one of
were
the things I gooned is hypnosis videos
okay.
where they
All
try
right.
to hypnotize you to be like whatever you want to be, and it's fun. It's fun.
That's yeah. I'm gonna have to look into this. Like really do a deep dive. Yeah.
Yeah, gooning
Yeah.
is
If I take a bit of a hiatus from this whole thing for a couple of months, you'll know why. It's because
uh,
I have
stuck in the goon cave.
yes, I yes, I will be
In the
like
goon.
my goon cave. I'll be having to install windshield wipers on all my laptops or all the screens.
No, you need to ventilate. You can't.
True. It's
Crack
gonna look oh
window.
yeah, and have my neighbors here and just they're like, God, he makes a lot of spaghetti.
Invest in some good headphones.
Yeah,
You have to
definitely.
be fully immersed. That's why I like the VR headset because I'm just like fully immersed in the thing.
Okay, so I got a VR headset sent to me like a while back from somebody who Lindsay Banks. I don't know if you know who that is, but she
Mm,
okay, yeah, so she sent me a VR headset like a while back and I tried it and Like, it felt so weird because I was so scared that I was gonna take it off and somebody was gonna be standing there the whole time that I didn't know was there,
Yeah.
which isn't a very irrational fear, but I was just
No,
like,
it does make you feel like that because there was this one game. It's where you obviously you're in the VR headspace,
mhm.
and the game is you're in an elevator, you go up, and then it opens, and you're like at a very top floor, and there's a plank.
Fuck
You have
that.
to jump from it because you know you're not gonna die, but like your brain plays tricks on you. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's so crazy. I could not jump from that. That was insane.
Yeah, I've done one that was like that, and I was shaking. So I was like, "This is so." I probably look like such a jackass right now, but yeah, it was. It does. It's weird. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I like doing the VR, like watching like VR porn, because I was like, "Oh, this is very like."
VR porn is
It's
fun. I've
yeah,
tried
like it's a whole other like level to it where you're just like, "Wow, this is
this feels immersive, yeah.
very yeah,
But
yeah."
and now they have some of these toys like the Lovin's toys that connect to through the internet. You
Uh-huh.
can use them while you're watching some VR porn that they're compatible. So like it like moves or vibrates or does whatever it does at a certain rhythm as it's happening on the video.
Jesus,
Isn't that cool?
that's insane.
Technology. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The
Have
future
you?
now, honestly.
Huh?
The future is now.
Yes. Yeah. Like this is something. This is like what our grandparents hoped for us,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
now we have it.
They
Like,
hope for us to be gooning. That's what they
yes, they they blazed the trail for the
They
future Gooners.
they went through wars just so we can goon.
Yeah.
Oh
God,
goodness.
that is a yeah.
I
What
can say
a
that I went
interesting.
through a war, so it's fine.
Yes. Yeah, that's yeah, that is fascinating. So are there I mean, are there any things that like you aren't interested in trying that you haven't tried? That you're just like, I don't even think I would even want to give that a go.
Um, maybe. I'm not gonna no comment. It's just
No
because
comment.
I honestly don't know. Like I don't
It's
want
fair
to be
enough.
like give examples of something way too extreme that I wouldn't be wanting to.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying you're not gonna do
Like
it,
it's
so I guess
just
that's
there are some things I'm not gonna be open to everything, but
yeah.
I feel like my threshold is way higher or lower or whatever it is.
Gotcha.
With people.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know if I didn't necessarily mean like something like crazy extreme. I just didn't know if there was something where you were just like,
Like a
yeah,
basic thing.
yeah, like a basic thing that just you just yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Because like one,
I'm trying to think like what.
yeah, because there's like there are certain like genres that I'm just not into. Like young, like where the person's like really young,
Yeah, I don't oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't like
not
playing
into
with
that.
the ones with a huge age gap. It's not really
Yeah,
I kind of really when it comes to porn in general, I really, really love like the old school 90s and early 2000 kind of like porn. Uh,
really.
like especially porn culture, I would say like
Okay.
it's the really bimbo looking girls with the fake tits and
Mm-hmm.
um I don't know if they had fake asses back then, but still, like I
No.
love exaggerated looks. I love how like horny women were or looked at least. I know women are still horny, but like how horny they look. Like you look at like Jenna Jameson and you're like, oh, she's horny.
Yeah,
That's
like
the
yeah,
adjective you would use.
exactly. Like there's something that like they look like they were made to do this.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's something I really love.
No, I'm with you on that for sure. Like I mean, obviously there's a million different like types of women who are in porn, million different
Yeah,
looks, genres, whatever.
luckily, because tastes are different. Everybody has their own
Exactly. And that's great.
like
And that
looks, you know.
yeah, and that's how it should be. Like there should
Mhm.
be, something out there for everybody pretty much. But yeah, I like the kind of traditional like bimbo look. Huh?
Traditional. I love
Yeah,
that.
I kinda do, like, the traditional, like, yeah, like, the Jenna Jameson sort of, like I mean, obviously not porn, but, like, the Pamela Anderson, like, that was obviously, like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah, yeah, exactly, that kind of oh, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
that's the go-to for sure, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Are there any like, what's, like, a non-sexual turn on for you? Like a green flag, as they say.
A green flag? I don't know if it's a green flag, but I like a funny person. It's not just a funny person who understands, like, my humor.
Yes.
Being
Yeah.
humor compatible.
Yeah. Humor
You
compatibility is a good
yeah,
one.
yeah, it's not just being funny because there are a lot of people that are, I would say, objectively funny because they made a career out of it and they're very successful, but they're not
Mhm.
my type of, like, comedians.
I'm with you. Yeah, because to me, I have kind of I wouldn't say like necessarily a weird sense of humor, but I'm kind of like
You're
a
not like
dry,
other
huh?
you're not like other girls?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm not like other girls. Yes, I'm a very
A special snow.
unique woman. Yeah,
Okay.
a special snowflake. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and so, like, I
Yeah.
think a lot of people don't really get, like, what I'm saying, which is, alright with me, but if I'm when I meet that person who gets me, there will be a
Exactly.
connection.
That's a major green flag.
What
Um,
what about a red flag? What are, like, some, like, red flags? Not necessarily, like, sexual or anything like that, but just, like, a red flag in general.
a red flag. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it could be something even, like, minor where you're just like, "Ugh."
Yeah, something unusual. An unusual red flag is, I don't know.
I think chewing with your mouth open is a big red
That's
flag.
wild. That's not a red flag. That's a black flag. Done. We're
Black flag,
done.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that or, I don't know,
I guess just like, wait, there has to be. There's a couple of things. People who don't know how to talk, who like,
oh,
it's if I'm out with someone and the conversation feels forced, like I'm asking you, I'm trying to initiate a conversation, and you just answer my question. You don't
oh
you
my
don't just
god.
end it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not even good at improv, but at least, like, I feel like I can hold a conversation.
Yes, no, if
I
oh
have
my god.
social anxiety. I have major social anxiety, and, like, I can still talk to people at this, you know.
Yeah, I am the exact same way. Very, like, I'm kind of an awkward bastard in a lot of ways, which if you
Mhm.
haven't already been able to tell, but,
That's
I
fun.
I like talking to people. Like, I like getting
Yeah.
to know people. I'm very curious about, like, what the fuck people think and, like, what are you like? So,
Mhm.
I'm not like, I hate it whenever I'm out somewhere talking to somebody, like, on a date or something, and there's
Mhm.
just nothing there.
Exactly. There
I
has
could have just sat at home and ate dinner. Like, this is
exactly. Yeah. I am no, I feel that. There's been a few times where I'm just, like, talking to someone, and it's like it's I'm pulling for, what do you call it? I don't know, English isn't my first language. I'm pulling for
no,
some
same.
answers. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. No, English is my first language, but I grew up in the South, and it's a different kind of English.
Oh, it's a
Pub
different kind of English,
well, and also
oh,
public s huh?
kinda like an Australian.
Yeah, a little bit, and growing up in the South and going to public school, it's a very different kind of English because 'cause you're being taught by somebody who also barely finished school. So,
Oh,
it's kind of like
interesting.
an endless cycle of dumbassery. So, I kinda I kinda
Oh,
just washed around in there for about 12 years. But yeah, yeah, that's a good one, yeah, and it
yeah.
seems like it's just even more hard to find now because so many people are just so hard at having conversations. Because 'Cause I'm not a texter, I hate texting.
I love texting.
That's
I hate phone calls. Love texting.
really
Yeah,
oh,
I hate it. I don't know why I hate phone calls. Like, don't call me. I feel like it's weird.
Does it feel like an invasion of like your space, kind of?
Almost, because it's not on. Because texting, I can text on my time, like whenever I want. I don't have to text right away. But a phone call, I'm like, oh, I have to be present at this moment. Like,
Yeah, it's aggressive. It's
it's
aggressive.
so aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, a FaceTime is even worse.
Yeah,
A
it is.
FaceTime is
Uh,
crazy.
unless it's someone like I'm really cool with, which is not that many people.
I was gonna say, I mean,
There's like maybe two.
yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say there's not a lot of people that I would be happy that they FaceTime me.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that actually is a good point because you really are having to you are taking someone's time by calling them.
so selfish.
Yeah. But I'm kind of a selfish person in a lot of ways.
You should be.
I'm I know,
It's
I'm realizing
it's
that
a
more and
character in
more.
your own story. I should be able to FaceTime anybody and they'll be okay with it, but they shouldn't do that to me.
Well, that's probably the case, if I had to guess. I mean,
It really isn't. People FaceTime me out of nowhere. I'm like, why are you doing that? I
well,
just
no,
think,
that makes sense, but I'm saying people you FaceTiming someone and they're okay with it is probably pretty common,
um, maybe.
I would imagine. But who knows? Yeah, that hmm. I don't know. I have a lot of things that just kind of get on my nerves. And they're like little things and they build to, to something big where you're just like,
Are you like are you always like on your nerves, like kind of on edge?
yeah, yeah. I mean, not to like a bad level or something like that, but there are some, yeah, I'm not really like always that comfortable.
Mhm.
So it
Have you
doesn't
tried
take much.
asking a professional for help?
Yeah. Okay. So a little bit of the ego thing. Whenever I do try to talk to a professional, about 15 minutes into the conversation, I kind of just start thinking, what if I know more than you do?
That
And
thing though, you're right. Like I'm like, you don't get it. You're not, yeah.
yeah,
I know all the
all
context and everything behind it, not you.
exactly. And all that person is somebody who finished school, which anyone can do pretty much. Like
A
you
lot
don't
of
have,
people.
well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't, but like you don't necessarily have to be some just expert to get a degree. I have a degree and I am not an expert in that thing. So, and
But
I've
I mean,
done nothing with it.
that's the whole kind of argument with people is like therapy, like you have to shop around. You have to like you're not every person is gonna be the right person, and you're gonna have to like that's why like they tell people don't be like disheartened by the first professional you get because
Yeah.
they just might not be that good.
That's a good point too, because I've only gone to a few and all of them I was just like after
Yeah.
like one session, I was like, this person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like this one, get this shit. So this one person told me that because I have like pretty bad anxiety,
Mhm.
told me that because I said fuck during our session. Like I was like, and just like passively, I was like, oh yeah, this fucking guy was like, and she was like, don't say that. I was like, what? She said, saying a swear word increases your anxiety. And I told her, I was like, if you think I'm going to say, like, what the fudge, then I'm going to be
Oh,
so much more anxious
I'm
about it.
not gonna say yes or no, but I will say that's
Okay.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the way you speak about things can change the way you just the way you feel. Like I know for a longest time I used to like make a lot of self-deprecating jokes, and I feel that kind of ate away at like my confidence, my like just self-esteem and all of that. And it just kind of became not funny after all.
Okay.
So I do
Yeah.
think, like saying things, and because when you're saying it, you're thinking it. And when you're
Yeah.
thinking it, it just affects you personally on like a mental level. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's the censoring of the word. Like you shouldn't censor yourself. Saying fudge or fuck you're still carrying the same intention, you know?
That was my argument. And then that
Yeah.
turned into us basically arguing for the
Oh,
last like
yeah.
35 minutes of our session. Where I was like, well, this was $200 well spent. I mean,
Oh, oh
I could have
no,
argued.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
And I was like, I could have argued with the people in my comment section for free.
That's for
And
free. You get that for free.
yeah, so it was more the annoying of just like, oh, you should censor yourself. Now, I'm with you for sure on what you're saying as far as like, because I used to do a lot of I mean, I still do some like self-deprecating stuff, but it used to be like a kind of like a cover up for like
Mhm.
how I really felt about myself. So I would just be like, oh well, I'll make the joke before you make the joke. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. And now I just do it if like if I say something that's stupid and I realize it's stupid, I will make a joke about it because I know what happened. But I don't just outwardly like make fun of myself.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
yeah. So therapy, if you want to do it. But that shit didn't work for
I've
me.
never I've never done it, so I'm not really a person to talk about it. And I know
Well,
I'm not well adjusted, so
yeah.
well, everybody comes with problems. It's not a, a bad or weird thing.
Yeah. I would agree. Yeah, some things I just kind of don't know if I really want to fix it. Like I kind of like how I am. I mean, there's some things that probably aren't great, but like I definitely don't want to like medicate myself or do any of that kind of stuff to
Yeah.
change who I am, which I mean I am on like some stuff, just between us girls. But there's
Mhm.
yeah, but I don't want to like, be like on Xanax like I'm a fucking SoundCloud rapper. Like
No,
I
it's true. I've heard of like not nightmare stories, but like just stories on how it can affect some people. And you're right. It's definitely it's not good to be so reliant on pharmaceuticals because I feel like they are every now and then they're just trying to I don't know. I'm gonna get off the soapbox right here. Actually,
I know
I'm
where you're going and
saying this
I agree.
conversation. I'm not one to upset big pharma.
Yeah, be careful. You might want to look.
I'm just a person. Listen.
Yeah, you might definitely want to lock that door. Yeah,
No,
that's
no, I'm telling this shit right here. They won't put a on me. I'm nothing but
oh
your
my god.
servant.
Do you do custom videos?
Yes, I do actually. Thank you for asking.
What's I know it's a random question.
No, no, this is great.
What's the weirdest thing someone's asked you to do?
Oh my god, I talked about this the other day. The only thing that comes to my mind is this. How explicit can I be here?
Yeah, you can say anything you want. Yeah, I
Okay,
don't give a shit.
this, a person had asked me to kind of do like a JOI, like you know what a J is, like a
Yeah.
jerk off
Oh,
instruction,
do I? Yeah.
but he wanted it to be like what 30 minutes to an hour long, and he wanted that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is he wanted me to start by instructing him to smoke.
So he was a Methodist. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just saw. I was like, I first sentence. I was like, I'm out. I'm not reading this. I am not. I'm just gonna ignore this.
That is
Sorry if that person is watching this. I am sorry for saying that so publicly, but I was
don't
not
be
okay with that.
sorry.
Yeah,
That's
that's something I'm not okay with. I'm not okay with trying.
now that more than likely that person is incarcerated right now. So
I don't
I
know. They
don't
were like they I don't know. Because I also think a part of it might have been just a fantasy. I don't know how real it was because he was Arabic because he wrote it in both English and Arabic, and I'm not really familiar with how the drug industry is in the Middle East because I've never done drugs in the Middle East, but
yeah.
I feel like it's not that. I don't know. I don't
It
know.
doesn't seem like thered be a lot of meth in the Middle East, if I had to
Exactly.
guess.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't seem like a Middle East thing to do.
No. See, like meth is a like kind of a white trash, like trailer park drug. like a Kid
Yeah,
Rock
I
fan.
saw I saw Breaking Bad, so that's what I think of. It's
That
like
is pretty
that,
much it.
like, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I mean, like
Yeah,
where I grew up, it's a pretty meth heavy place. A lot of
it's,
Methodists, as they say. But
yeah.
yeah, Middle Eastern.
It
That's
doesn't
in it.
seem like it's a meth kind of place. It's too
Yeah.
hot.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then what's crazy is that like, obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna ask you how much you charge for shit like that. I mean, that's none of my business. But
How much do
people
you
who
have?
I could probably I could probably get something done.
Oh my god.
There is but like meth is typically a drug of choice for people who don't have a lot of money. So it
Mhm.
seems crazy that he would be able to, because I feel like to afford to have you do an hour of JOI, well, a
Exactly.
decent
Well,
amount,
you didn't know how much I charge for it, but it was my customs. I don't do them for more than 10 minutes. And if you want me to
Yeah,
do that 30 minutes to an hour, it has to be like very, yeah. I'm not. This is too much. Nobody's. I mean, maybe if you're on meth, you're jerking it for 30 minutes to an hour, but like if you're not, nobody's jerking it for that long.
except for meth addicts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Meth addicts will, I mean,
I
they'll
was like,
pull.
that makes sense that you wanted it to be that long.
Yeah, that actually was probably that's like a short session for a drug addict. They're like the original gooners.
You're right. Have you
It's
ever heard of
full circle.
PNP?
Heard of what?
PNP, like the letters P and then N and then P.
No. I mean, I know the
You
alphabet
know how much
decently,
I
but
want to like talk teach you about this thing. It feels like bad, like I'm teaching
no,
you to do bad things, but
that's
PNP
fine.
is called party and play, play and party, party and play, where you do drugs and then you fuck.
Oh, it's like a family reunion. Okay. Yeah,
I'm
that's
fighting with you.
huh?
I'm fighting with you next time.
Good luck. Yeah. Yeah, that's so I
Yeah,
mean, so
that,
that's a whole world, huh?
huh?
That's like a whole world of doing that of like P and P.
People, yeah, some people, people who like to use drugs sometimes like to do a little party.
Yeah.
Or yeah, we'll play. We'll play.
Well, that's understandable. I mean,
I mean, if you're horny, you're not gonna fuck.
and most drugs do that to you. So
Exactly.
yeah, I've always wanted to try heroin. That's one I've never tried.
Just like, have you ever seen that show called Dope Sick?
Yeah.
Bro, I saw that show. It like changed me as a person. I was not okay after that. And
No.
I that is one thing I will never touch is like anything that's like an opiate related.
Yeah. Well, it's just it fits my personality more than like cocaine or something, Like I'm not if you can't tell, I'm kind of like a low energy type person. Um sort of like a
So you don't want to bring
sloth.
it down.
Huh?
You don't want to bring it down.
Oh no, I do. I want to melt into something. And
Have
cocaine ain't doing
you
that.
tried weed?
Oh, I can't smoke weed. It makes me freak the fuck out.
What about edibles?
Way worse.
Actually,
Yeah.
it actually is way worse.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Are very low dosages. Like I've seen stuff with like very low dosages.
Well, I could probably do that, like a little microdose or low dosage of something,
You
but
tried mushrooms.
look, let me tell you, the I've edibles kind of ruined me for doing any of that because
You
um
had a bad experience.
oh yeah. So
Oh
I
my
was
god.
given like a little silver package of gummy bears that had 4 gummy bears in the package. In
Mhm.
my brain, you eat the 4 gummy bears.
No, you eat the one. I eat half of the one, and I still freak the fuck out. What the? You ate
Okay.
all of them?
Well, hold on. So I ate the 4 gummy bears, uh, not knowing I thought like it's just like a single serving because I was like, who would eat less than 4 gummy bears? So
I
I ate
mean,
the 4 gummy.
that is the. Sorry to sidetrack you, but the
You
one
good?
shitty thing about edibles is like you're telling me that I have to but eat just one single piece And sometimes I only eat half because I'm like afraid of the dosage. Why are
Yeah.
you
Well,
making it a delicious treat if you're gonna make me like withhold? Like that is
yes.
it is stupid. Anyway,
Yeah. Like, why
go
are you putting so much of this into one little tiny thing? Like, that seems irresponsible. So
it does.
I ate the four in the package
Yeah.
and sat there for about 30 minutes thinking that like this should be hitting me now. It had not. So I went and grabbed the other package and ate all four of those. And
Oh, that
then
that is honestly, you had to go through that to learn it because I feel like that is such a common story with a lot of people, including me, that you're right. You just had to experience it. What happened? Tell me. Tell
it
us.
is the it might be the most terrifying experience of my life. Like I felt like I don't want to say that I was hallucinating. I mean,
It does
but I
feel
kind of
good
was.
sometimes. It does sometimes. I feel
Yeah. Like it wasn't like
like,
I wasn't like in a Beatles, cartoon or something.
no, but
But
your mind plays tricks on you in your eyes.
okay, yes, because it sure felt like either my ceiling was getting really low or my bed was getting really high.
Oh yeah, I
One of
think
the two.
that happens. I think that happens.
It and then just, the body feeling like it was just and like I tried so hard to call an ambulance because I thought I was dying
Were
and
you in
couldn't.
public or were you like a
I was in my room by myself.
okay?
Yeah, this is whenever I was like maybe 17 or so. I was
Oh
like, yeah, pretty young. And I
yeah.
was trying so hard to reach my phone to call an ambulance. And my phone looked like or felt like it was 20 feet away. And whenever it finally started to go away, I realized my phone was like 6 inches from me. And yeah, not a great time.
Do you want me to tell you my story was something like that?
Yes.
It was at a convention actually. And it was the first time that I decided to have like my own little booth and do all of that. They ended up putting me like right by the exit, which fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was the first day. Someone like I was in New Jersey,
Mhm.
and we just recently became legal there. And someone was like, "Oh yeah, so we're starting like this shop, this weed store, whatever. We have these edibles. I gave me a couple pieces. I was like, okay, like the show's going on. Like I might need it at some point because I do consume marijuana every now and then. I'm not
Yeah.
a pothead, but I
Yeah.
I enjoy it. So the show started. I think it was like the first day or the second day. I think it was like the second day.
Mhm.
Um, the show started because the first day was kind of boring, kind of slow, whatever. The second day started and it was very long. I was like, after a couple hours, I was like, let me try a little bit. Let me try like half of it was like a old piece of brownie. I was like, let me try half of it, or maybe quarter. I think I had a quarter. Um, I had it. Same thing. 30 minutes, an hour. Not a lot happened. Maybe it was like 45 minutes. Not a
Mhm.
lot happened. I was like, you know what? Let me eat the other half. I ate it. I didn't lose my shit, but I was like weird. I was like very weird to people. And because I was placed in the exit, people came in when they were like leaving the show.
Yeah.
So now an influx of people are coming over. They're trying to have a conversation with me. I am like losing my mind. I was like weird. I was like, yeah, yeah, no. I was just giving them yes or no
Yeah.
answers.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
I'm like a weirdo. At least that's what it felt like for me. I was so weird, and I knew that I was weird, and I could not help it. It was
Yeah.
so bad. It was so so bad. And there were people from other booths who were like, I had business relationships with them, came up to talk to me and shit. And I had to like be weird in front of them.
Oh, that's a
It was
rough one.
nightmare. After that, I'm like, I cannot. Actually, I had another incident, not similar, but another like weed in public. I cannot do that anymore.
Yeah.
Do it.
No,
Go
no.
to a movie where I'm just like sitting and watching something, going to a park
Okay.
where I'm just stationary with like one person, I can do it.
Yeah.
But if I'm in
Yeah.
public, fuck that.
No,
Like
it's
that.
no, I know exactly what you mean, like,
So
all
bad.
the oh god, so I remember the first time, because I used to smoke weed a lot, like, when I was a teenager or whatever, hence the trying edibles or whatever, but I remember the first time that I had a full freak out and was realizing that, "Oh, maybe I'm not able to handle this." um, I was at a movie theater watching Project X. I don't know if you remember that movie.
I never
Um,
really watched it, but
you're not missing out on much.
yeah.
But, during it, like, they're playing, like, all this, like, house music, like,
Like
heavy,
the
like,
Yeah, Yeah, Yeahs.
the
That
Yeah,
song.
Yeah, Yeahs,
Yeah,
which I
that
love
one
that
is
song, Heads Will Roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they're playing
yeah.
all of that, and there was something about, like, it just felt like the music kept getting louder and louder and louder, and it felt like my head was gonna explode. So got out of there and was like, "I'm never doing this again," and I smoked weed maybe, like, 2 or
I
3 times
will.
after that.
That is true. Sometimes because one thing I like to do is when I'm like home at night, I do a little weed. I play music with music videos because I like to be visually like entertained at the same time.
Mhm.
And I've discovered so much like cool and good music just because I feel like being high kind of makes me more open to try new things or like
Yes.
listen to new songs or stuff like that. But there are moments where I'm like, the vibe is not it, where it's just it goes because I open like YouTube and I just let it play. You know how keeps going from
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
other. But sometimes the vibe goes somewhere completely different, and I'm like, this is not. I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I? This is too aggressive. Like,
Yeah,
this is
have you ever listened to The Doors? You big, like, the fan of The Doors?
what songs is that? I might know a song or two.
There's, like, Break On Through, Light My Fire. There was, like, they were big in the '60s. I mean, they're actually
Yeah,
still pretty
all right,
big.
no, I'm
But,
good.
I got, like, real high one time and, like, had it just on, like, kind of like a peaceful music playlist of, like, '60s rock,
It's
and
cool.
now somehow The Doors got into that algorithm, which,
But not-
they are not a peaceful rock. Their songs are all about basically, like, dying, and so I
Oh,
was laying
fun.
yeah, so I was laying in bed and I was like, "I don't like this," and I had a full meltdown, just like but
Yeah,
didn't even get up to change. I was like, "Holy fuck, this isn't, the Beatles. Like, this is something way worse."
this is not.
Jesus.
We're not coming together here. No,
Amen. Yeah. I have a few random questions if you still have some time.
please. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have time.
Okay. Who is your childhood celebrity crush?
Hold on, let me think about it. Let me
Okay.
think about it. Who's yours? Let me start there.
Carmen Electra.
Who is my childhood? I used to really like boy bands, and I used to really like them. But I was like a Backstreet Boys freak.
Yeah.
So I liked them. I was a Backstreet girl. Um,
Gotcha. Yeah, I had a thing for Christina Aguilera for
nice. Who did
sure.
I like? I used to like Brad Pitt, but I feel like he's everybody's answer.
Yeah. I mean, mine's Carmen Electra. That was everybody got a
Yeah,
chance on that. So
I don't know. It feels like it's different.
yeah. Do you have any like celebrity crushes that are weird? Where like
Now I do. Now
yeah,
I
yeah, it could be in
like a
now
weird
or then.
I like a weird person. There's so many weird people I like. But I feel like they're kind of cool now. Like I love Mads Mikkelsen. I think that's how you say
Okay.
his name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love him and his weird face. I love
Yeah, that's a
Willem
good one.
Dafoe. Love Willem Dafoe.
Have you ever heard about Willem Dafoe's, you know,
Giant peen. I
couldn't
heard
even
it was
show it in a
weird.
movie.
It confused people. It
They
confused
yes,
people
there
on set.
it was when they were filming The Antichrist, which is a wild movie if
I
you
have
haven't
not
seen that.
seen it. I
Oh
have not.
my god. So, yeah, in the movie there's a part where this is about to get real graphic just so you know, but
Please.
there's a part where his wife, like they're going to this like cabin to kind of like reconnect their marriage. Um and so she's like torturing him at one point or whatever, and she jerks him off and then blood shoots out of his dick. Yeah.
It
And so they
doesn't
were
look
gonna
realistic though. Is it like
very, very realistic looking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because normally in movies, when it is a fake dick, like it looks
it looks
very fake.
like Tarantino kind of like, ooh,
Yeah, exactly. No, this looks very real. But apparently, they were going to use his real penis. And then, whenever he took his pants off, the director Lars von Trier was like, we can't do this. We cannot show this.
cause mad hysteria. Like this
Which
is
is,
or mass hysteria.
yeah,
Like
which, good
okay.
for him. Good for Willem Dafoe.
That's why he's like a quirky guy now. Because he's like, I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I can just be myself.
Yeah. Apparently Liam Neeson's got a fucking massive one too, from what I've
And
heard.
he also pisses his pants all the time. It's so big.
Oh my
It's so
God.
big.
I'm so glad that you know about that.
I told you I'm full of weird, like obscure references.
I found out about this a while back and was like flabbergasted. I was looking, I was like, he
Every time
really
someone
does.
mentions Liam Neeson, I have to like say something about that.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently, I don't know if you remember the model. She used to be on TV a lot. Dickinson, something Dickinson. Oh, she was like the first supermodel, or she says Janice Dickinson. She used to be on like reality shows a lot, but she said that it was like two beer cans welded together, which that's pretty big. Yeah, yeah, that's a
Girthy.
yeah.
Or
That's,
like,
I
or it's
mean,
long wise. Oh,
longwise. Yeah, yeah, like welded together longwise.
like I thought like next to each other. I don't know why. But
That would be like a double barrel. Yes, a double barrel.
yeah, imagine that would be something I'd be excited to see. I'm like,
Oh, I think even I would be excited to see that.
exactly. That's like a yeah.
Yeah, because you could really get both jobs done at the same time, which that's I
Wow.
mean, like vaginal and anal at the same time. If you had
Oh,
two penises.
I was thinking, okay, yeah.
What
That's
were
a
you thinking?
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. DP.
Okay, sure. But yeah, he had there's a few people that just got lucky, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's why I like what's his name too. Uh, but he's not a weird choice to have a crush on. Justin Thoreau,
Oh yeah.
Lovers.
He was in a Mulholland Drive.
He wasn't that, but I've never seen it.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's a great movie.
there was a scene in show I never actually finished, but it was actually really good. It's called The Leftovers.
Hmm.
Um, there was a scene where he's jogging in gray sweatpants, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a yeah.
That's
I,
a sorry.
yeah.
I don't. It's
No,
fine.
you're good. I had a thing for
We're
Martha
talking
Stewart.
about sex a lot.
Huh?
Who's a weird celebrity crush that you have?
See, I had a real thing for Martha Stewart before it became like cool to think she was hot. Before rappers said she was hot.
That's what I'm saying when I say like, oh, wonderful, everybody likes him. Same as Mads Mikkelsen. But you're right.
Exactly.
You
No,
like
like
she was cool before it was cool.
yeah.
You're
And have
like,
you ever seen what she looked like when she was young?
she was hot, wasn't she? Hold
Smoking hot.
on, I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah,
Martha.
look up like Martha Stewart when modeling. Because yeah, she used to be like a legit model.
Yeah, she was also. I saw a clip of her today. Who was she with? Is it Snoop Dogg and
Uh-huh.
someone else? RuPaul. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she was. Someone asked something about whatever, but turns out she was in. Was it Club 54, Club
Uh,
37? You know what that thing is called? Club. She's like, yeah,
no.
I'm hot. Club
I don't
45.
know what the hell that is.
Club 37. No, it was like I don't know what it was, but it was a cool thing that hot people did
Yeah.
back in the day.
Oh, Studio 54?
Studio 54.
Yeah. Oh, there was some wild shit in
So
there.
she went there.
I bet
She
she
was
did.
like, yeah, of course, because I'm hot. Like, go on, Martha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Judge Judy as well. I'd got a thing for Judge Judy as a kid.
but when she looked like Judge Judy.
Well, yeah, she always has looked like Judge Judy. There
Okay,
was something about her being like kind of an asshole that like was really attractive to
that is
me.
kind of hot when
Yeah.
you're
I like somebody who like talks to people like that, who can be just a
an
real
authority. You know, you're like
yeah.
she's gonna bullshit you on that. She's not gonna act coy and shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
You-
there's a few of those like and then
Yeah.
just like a lot of random like to any sitcom TV mom
Mm,
always got me. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
what kind of sitcoms did the sitcoms I watched have you ever seen Two Guys and a Girl?
No, I have
That's
not.
like early Ryan Reynolds. Early Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds. I don't know
okay.
if you're
So
talking about that, like
Canadian was a Canadian show?
Was it a Canadian show? No,
Probably. He's
I
from
work in the Middle
Vancouver.
East. I'm not from here. Two guys and a girl.
I would imagine it was a Canadian show if it's that
Was it a
early.
Canadian show? That would blow my mind. No, it's
Oh,
an American television sitcom,
oh, okay, never mind.
but it was in '98. So, but by the time like things reached us in the what do you call it in the Middle East, it was
Yeah.
always like very
No,
late, and we got
uh
like, really obscure things. I feel like we didn't get the
yeah, gotcha. Yeah. Damn, there was one that just came across my mind. I can't remember who. Fuck. It was whenever you mentioned Ryan Reynolds in the sitcom.
Ryan Reynolds
Shit.
and a sitcom.
Ah,
Her
fuck it.
name.
Who knows? Um, let's see. Oh, what do you? This will be interesting one for you. Uh, what do you think is the sexiest accent?
I don't think accents are sexy. I think they're funny.
Really? Like you're not attracted to any kind of an accent?
I like a good accent. I don't really care where it's from
Gotcha.
because I feel like the moment you start saying some accents are sexy, it means there are some accents that are not sexy,
Which
and
is true.
I don't agree with that. I don't
You
agree with that.
have
I,
you ever been to Boston, Massachusetts?
I think it's. I love that accent though. I
You
want someone to
do?
speak to me with with a Bostonian accent. I love it. I love that. I because again goes back to I love being funny. So I
Yes.
think the Boston accent is funny, and that is hot to me. Same thing with an Australian accent. I think is funny. That's hot to me, but I don't think it's a sexy accent. Like I don't. The French
Yeah.
is not like sexy. I will
French
say
is overrated.
though, Spanish is something else.
Okay. So see, there is
It's
yeah, there you
it's
go.
the rolling of the R's. I think that's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah, yeah.
it's not yeah.
Yeah. Like the Antonio Banderas. Like
Oh,
the
yeah, I just watched Desperado recently for the first time. I'm
God.
a changed woman.
Yeah, like,
They
mi
really
amor. Like
they
that kind of shit.
that is something. What's his name? The director, uh,
Robert Rodriguez, isn't it?
Rodriguez. He gave us
He did From Dusk Till Dawn.
and Salma Hayek.
Oh God.
Ah,
Oh,
we
that's probably the first time that I like had any kind of a sexual like feeling as a kid was watching From Dusk Till Dawn.
I haven't seen it yet, and I want to watch it. I've never seen it,
God,
and I
it's
want to
such a
see that thing, that one scene. What's going on here? Nice.
yes. Her doing that little dance with that snake did something for me. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I am now a man having seen this. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
believe in ghosts?
I don't
That's a
know if I
yes.
do. I don't know if I do. I don't think so. But
Yeah,
every
never.
now and then you're like, what if? But I don't think so. That I don't really have any feelings about it one way or the
Yeah,
other.
I'm with you. I'm kind of a what if person.
I like the lore behind ghost stories. You know? Like I
That's
love to go to
yes.
like like when I went to New Orleans, it was like I thought it was like places full of like history and stuff that happened with like ghosts and what if and all that shit. And
Mhm.
I'm like, that's kind of like I love knowing all of that. I feel like that's part of history.
I no, I'm with you. I am very much like it's the same with like conspiracies. Like I don't believe in conspiracies or not most of them, but I think they're interesting.
But
I
you
like
don't
the
think conspiracies, you think they're the truth.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, I just think like that world is interesting. Like I think like the paranormal like I like watching paranormal shows even though it's like the most like fake looking shit ever, but I just
They're
like watching it.
fun.
It's the funniest thing ever. They're like, "Oh my god, did you hear that?" It's like a footstep. It's like, "Well, yeah, you have 12 people walking behind you. I'm sure
Yeah,
you heard a
it's
footstep."
it's so wild things that they say. I'm like, this is funny. This is not just,
Yes.
you know.
Oh, and with their little gadgets, they're like, "Look, the meter's going off the
The
charts." I'm like, like that meter means nothing.
meter.
Yeah.
What does that meter mean?
um okay, what movie do you think you've seen the most?
There's two, and they're my favorite movies. I don't know which
Okay.
one's seen more. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's like one of my favorite movies. I can see
Okay.
that anytime, any day, and I'll never be bored of it.
Really? Okay.
And Shrek.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Big Shrek person.
All of them or just the first one?
The first three. I've never really
Okay.
invested in anything after.
The fifth, there's a fifth one coming out.
There's a fifth one coming. Oh my god. I posted when they announced it, and then the next on Instagram, and then the next story I was like crying. And people didn't associate those things together, and they genuinely thought that I was like going through something. I was like, my
You
friend,
were.
she's like, "What's happening? Who do I need to like punch or hurt or something?" I'm like, Shrek is out. They're announcing Shrek 5.
That's amazing.
They were happy
God.
tears, but people thought I was sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
the same thing kind of happened to
I'm
me
excited for
whenever.
that one.
Oh, I'm gonna be kicking kids
Oh,
over trying to get a
have you
ticket.
ever been to a Shrek rave?
No,
I've
no,
been to one. It's fucking amazing. I
a
dressed up.
Shrek rave.
Yes, it's a rave. It's like Shrek theme. So good,
Really?
and they're touring all over the United States.
What the fuck? That has never come across my my Google feed.
What world are you living in?
I
Come
don't
on,
know. I am now realizing that I am in the wrong world.
you really are. You need to change your algorithm.
Yeah, I need you to just like take my phone for like a week and then bring it back to me.
You don't want that.
Well,
You don't want
maybe not. It'd just be
no.
goons and Trek raves, which
Yeah, but no,
doesn't
Shrek
sound
rave
bad.
is awesome. I went there like a couple of years ago. I went to one, and me and two other friends dressed up as the three blind mice.
That's good.
Because it's fun because everybody goes dressed up as something.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and I think what's fun about Shrek is all the side characters. It's not even like the main characters, like the side characters are so
Yes.
funny.
The three blind mice are the funniest characters in that movie.
I liked Gingy and Pinocchio a lot.
Well, yeah, and then I like the three pigs are always a good one too. Die
Yeah.
Hofte, die Pufte, die Seine
Yeah.
Mädchen. Yeah, the
It's
little German accent. Yeah, but the three blind mice, yeah, that's always a good one. Yeah, Shrek I didn't think we were gonna get to this, but that's great. Yeah, Shrek raves are
I love Shrek, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I kinda had this a similar feeling, whenever they did the Jurassic Park and they brought back the original 3 people, and then that movie turned out to be a big hunk of shit, so it was kind of a letdown, but,
I haven't seen the new one.
you don't need to.
I
I
saw the
mean,
first new one, but not the new one.
what you could do is just take, like, say, 15 bucks and then, just rip it into pieces, and it's about the same feeling as watching that
Oh,
movie.
okay, nice. I wasn't a big Jurassic Park kind of person anyway, so okay.
Jesus. That's my favorite movie of all time.
A lot of people do. It's theirs, and honestly, that's fine.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum, I love that guy. That's another weird. I don't even think he's weird, but I think he's
Oh,
another
he's super weird, but in a cool, like,
in a cool way.
he's eccentric, which that's
It-
what you want.
that's what you want. That's what I need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, Jeff Goldblum for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want someone that's an eccentric.
What's like a female version of Jeff Goldblum?
I've been trying to think of this because like there's way more options as far as guys go, as far as for being like weird but also attractive. There's not a lot of like girl versions of that. I mean, there's like I mean maybe like a younger version. There's like Aubrey Plaza. She's a little weird,
Aubrey
but
Plaza is pretty. I do
she's
like
super attractive too. But she's
yeah,
like kind of weird, like in a
weird,
way.
but
But there's
she's
not.
like more like I don't know. Like
Yeah, I mean, maybe
it's
like
not yeah.
maybe like Cindy Lauper or something. I don't know. That's a kind of a old. I mean, there's just nothing. There's not a female Jeff Goldblum.
Hold on, there has to be.
I mean, I'm running through every name I can think of, and I can't think of a female equivalent to Jeff Goldblum.
Juliette Lewis.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
Yeah,
a good one. I don't think it's quite there yet, but I think it's
no,
somewhere around
because
there.
she's kind of like a female
She's like
Woody
a shadow.
Harrelson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
love
Natural Born Killers.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, like she's
Love
not quite Jeff because Jeff Goldblum is like a different kind of weird. Like
Yeah.
it's like there's not. I don't know of it.
I will remember it like probably like 30 minutes after we're done. I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna
Then you
like,
need to text
oh,
it to me because it's going to be bothering me all night. So
uh,
yeah,
I'm gonna ask some friends too because I feel like I'm going. What I have later, I'm going out for dinners with a friend who loves movies and stuff. So I'll ask them.
please, because I need to know the
That's
answer to this.
Goldblum.
Yeah, who is
I
the
was gonna
female?
say Helena Bonham Carter, but I feel like she's more like what's his
Oh,
guy that she married?
Tim
Uh,
Burton.
Tim Burton. Yeah.
Yeah, he's with Monica Bellucci now, which is mind-boggling.
Okay, what an upgrade for fucking
Yeah,
Timothy.
Monica Bellucci to me is one of the hottest women of all time. It's like, how the fuck? Like
He
Tim
is
Burton.
Tim Burton. Like, what is really partner Monica Bellucci? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
You always see a baddie with a weird guy.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like,
always
yeah,
yeah. I know, which is
always. Because I'll tell you why. Because being funny is very important. That's how Pete Davidson was able to bag so many baddies, is because he was making
yeah.
you laugh.
David Spade. David Spade's like known for hooking up with like
Wait,
endless
who's
supermodels.
David Spade, and how is he
Yeah,
related to David?
well, Tommy Boy, Saturday Night Live,
Because I was
Dickie
thinking about,
Roberts.
I was imagining, oh, another person I like, not David Spade, James Spader.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, James Spader. That's a
I
good one.
love him so much,
Yeah,
and he's not like a traditionally attractive person, and I like him
right.
in his current state, not his like younger person.
Oh,
His
okay.
state. I
Yeah,
think he carries himself so well that it is so attractive.
yeah.
Have you seen
That's
the Blacklist?
yeah, a little bit. I haven't watched like a lot of it, but I've seen
Me
it.
neither, but I
Yeah,
feel like all the episodes are so long that every day I'm like, oh, this is the end of the season. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, oh,
you
this
need
is the
to.
season, and it's not. We're so there's so many ups and like periods.
It's
I'm like,
yeah,
what?
it's a little overwhelming. Like I don't know if I'm ever gonna really start it. Have you
I
ever
don't
seen
think so either. But
Yeah,
a lot of people hate the season of The Office where he shows up. Like, I don't think it's because of him, but I think it was the season.
that's my favorite season.
Robert California. I don't even like The Office that much, but Robert California, I quote him all the time.
That's the greatest character in the history of The Office is Robert
It is.
California. Yes,
Robert California is everything.
when he goes around and like tricks people into telling him their fears and then gives that huge monologue going through all their fears. It's like this is the greatest character in TV
It
history.
is when he his job interview. He's like his job interview. Do I look like a person who would waste their own time?
Or when with his wife, whenever he's like you have to hire my wife, and then he's like, "Damn it, Andy! Like I know, like why won't you hire her?" Or yeah, he's telling him, like, "Don't hire, like whatever you do, you cannot hire this woman." He's like, "Isn't there something we can do?"
Oh my god! Yeah, David James Spader. I love him a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then last question I had, what do you think is the most overrated movie? A movie everyone loves but you hate.
I mean, not a movie, but I think The Office is overrated.
Really? I mean, you're just not much of a fan of it.
No, it might have paved the way for a lot of things to happen, and I do think there are a lot of good moments that I quote, but I think as a whole, it's not that funny. What is a movie that I think is overrated though? I don't watch a lot of movies, but I love watching movies. When I watch a movie, I love it because
Okay.
I do enjoy. I think ever since like starting porn, I like start paying attention to all the little things that happen.
Yeah.
Um, like even like if it's at the acting, the story, the way it's shot. What
Mhm.
is a movie that's overrated? Hold on, I feel like there has to be some.
Mine
What's
is Forrest Gump.
no, I liked Forrest Gump. It was an interesting story.
I
Um,
fucking hate that goddamn movie. But that one and Avatar. Yeah, Avatar movies. I hate those
I
movies.
haven't seen the new one. Don't
I
really care
haven't either.
one. I feel like yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think about like a
I
movie that
mean,
was really bad, or one
yeah.
that I just don't think it was that good. Citizen Kane. No, actually, I don't really care for Citizen Kane.
It's not that great. I
It's
mean,
not.
yeah, I'm not a big like. Yeah, I didn't think it was anything that special. Yeah,
I
there's.
I don't think it was overrated, but I was definitely disappointed in because I'm a big Fast and Furious franchise kind of person. I love all of them.
Uh huh.
Um, but I think the last one was a disappointment, and I feel very bad about it.
I hate those movies so much.
Why are you just not a good person?
Well, there's a million reasons, but I just no, I love the first two, or I love the first one, and the
Really good.
first, yeah, I
I
love the
mean, the
first one.
first 9 are really good.
No, like from Tokyo Drift on, I was like, these
Tokyo Drift,
movies,
I think, is the best one. Um,
really?
yes, it introduced you to car culture in Japan, which is actually a very big thing that a lot of people outside of the car culture people don't know about is
Yeah,
how fucking cool Japanese cars are. Also, drifting.
drifting isn't cool. That shit's.
Drifting is very cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just I don't like them. I don't know what it is. Like I mean, I like weird movies, like kind of weird, like dark.
What kind of movies do you like?
I mean,
What's a movie
like
you
a
can
poc,
watch over again?
huh?
What's a movie you can watch over and over and over again without getting
Um, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, besides Jurassic Park, The Exorcist, Silence of the Lambs, Dazed and Confused, Breakfast Club, Young Guns.
You know
Um,
what's a movie that I think is overrated? Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, you might be right. I mean, I do like it, but I don't put it anywhere as high as what
I feel
most
like,
people would.
yeah, I don't know. So, from what I could tell, you're not a person who enjoys car movies.
Um,
I don't know.
I don't like stupid movies. I don't like to watch a
Okay.
movie
Well,
and
like,
have to like suspend disbelief. Like
you have to though. That's like the one thing about Fast and Furious movies. You have to suspend your disbelief or whatever.
I
Um,
can't I can't do that. Like I like movies to be realistic.
no, I think you're on the wrong side of the argument here. I think it's cool to just not be attached to reality and just believe that maybe a group of people who are actually DVD thieves.
DVD players, yep, they were stealing DVD players.
They can evolve at such a rate in our lifetime and their intelligence that they can shoot a car into space and still make it able to come back. Like, why not? Why not? This is a better
Yeah.
world. I want one of my favorite moments from that franchise is when they destroyed half of Rio de Janeiro in one of the movies.
Yeah, I think in the 7th one, I think.
Flattened it. They flattened it.
Yes.
I'm like, you're not the good guys in this in this like world. You're not the good guys. That's
Exactly.
one thing that you have to know. Like they're not good people.
No, no, they don't give a
So
damn. They care about accomplishing the mission. Whatever happens outside of
whatever
that.
means necessary for
Yeah,
family.
whoever's yeah,
Like,
but whatever else's family's home just got destroyed.
fuck
Oh
those
well.
people. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
well.
it's about our family.
Oh my god, no.
Jesus.
But I love those movies so much. I really invest in the lore and like the people, the cars. I've kind of became into like all about cars after that. Um, so if you don't like that, you probably also don't like another favorite franchise of mine is John Wick.
I hate them. Hate those
It's
movies.
so good.
Hate them. Nope. That movie, those
They're,
movies are
they're really
so
good,
stupid. I
especially
mean,
the
you're
last.
having
I feel like they kind of went even worse or more extreme with how like weird it is. The visuals were so good. It was so good, and they're badass. You can't say that. Like everything he did, oh, he did a lot of the stunt. Have you seen him filming that stunt with the horses, and he's
yeah.
sword fighting with while riding a horse? That's
I
insane.
I know.
Insane, and it was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yes, it is impressive, but
I don't know.
those
I think
movies
I'm very passionate about that. All of a sudden,
you're a real John Wick supporter.
and
My
I'm not even
god.
into action like that. I actually do like action movies, but I'm more of a comedy person. But
Oh, see, I hate comedies.
why?
Uh, I
Actually,
mean, I like some, I like there's a lot of
that's fine.
yeah, like, there's a few, especially, like, older ones that I like that I'll always kinda go back to and watch, but most of them now I mean, there hasn't been a good comedy movie in, like, probably 15 or 20 years, but
Have you seen the Super Mario movie?
that movie sucked at wait, which one? The one with John Leguizamo? The one from the '90s?
No, the recent one with
Oh,
Jack.
no. No, I didn't watch that bullshit, but you should watch the one from 1993 because it might be one of the greatest movies ever made.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, you should. It's I mean, if you like funny movies, it's
But
hilarious to see that a company put millions of dollars into making that movie.
was it like a bad movie, like a
It
funny
is considered to be one of the worst movies ever made.
worse than
But
The Room? Or is it
okay,
both?
so actually it's worse than The Room because The Room is supposed to be bad. This movie, when it was like being made and was going to come out, was supposed to be this like blockbuster movie. And it is, oh man, it might be one of the worst movies ever made. Like legitimately. And they put like millions and millions of dollars into this thing, and it is so bad.
Like
But if you get a chance, check it out. Well, look,
so
I
many
don't want
things.
to take up too much of your time. I think I've been let me see. Let me hold on. Actually, let me see. Perfect. Oh no, I did have one more question. If you have time,
There you go.
um, huh?
Yeah, I said, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Would you rather every time that you walk, you run at full speed, or every time that you talk, you yell as loud as you can?
Or every time I walk, I run at full speed.
Yeah.
But will I be able to stop when I need to, or am I running through like into the
No,
wall? Yeah.
no. I mean, like if you had to like walk from your bedroom to the bathroom, you have to run full speed, but you stop in the bathroom. I mean,
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I feel like that'll make me more like fit and active.
yeah, but God, that would be a pain in the
That would be
ass.
a pain in the ass, but imagine trying to whisper something to someone.
Oh, yeah, like if you had to tell them a secret and then now the whole room knows the secret.
I mean, it means that I either have to be shouting at all times or like I'm miming or like texting,
Yeah,
like talk.
texting. Well, you said you like texting, so but you probably have
Exactly.
to text in all caps.
Imagine trying to film a scene and I have to like act like I'll also have to walk in scenes.
So you'd be sprinting, just
Mm,
bouncing up and yeah.
right into that.
That might work actually pretty well.
Actually not bad. I might
Yeah.
do that.
A
I'm still keeping it with running.
actually, both of them would work pretty well for you for filming scenes. Because if you're
Kind
just
of, because sometimes I feel like I don't project my voice enough, and then the mics don't
yeah.
pick up what I'm trying to like.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta really talk from in here. You gotta
Mhm.
shove
From
that shit
with
out.
a diaphragm, that's a word
Yeah,
that
that's
that I don't use.
it's the right word, so good job. But yeah, you gotta push that shit from your diaphragm, not from back here.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I'm just I'm just living my life 1/4 mile at a time.
My God. I never ratted on nobody.
Is that a double negative? Oh my god.
So actually he was kind of telling the truth. But yeah, yeah, that's
I recently saw this TikTok and it was like this guy driving around somewhere in California, and
mhm.
he's like, "Oh, there's a lot of people who are like stopping by this like," and he's recording this little coffee shop or cafe. Like it's kind of like weird, and it was the same location that they filmed the little cafeteria coffee shop, whatever they had
Tuna
from
with the crust cut off.
tuna with no crust. Tuna no crust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go there. It's like part of my history. As a
Yeah.
that's that's my history. My culture.
There, yeah.
Part of
Yeah.
my culture now. Yeah.
My God. Yeah. Well, yeah. My name is Hector. Got a last name, but can't pronounce it. That's a good one too. Yeah. There's trying to get on the nitro circuit. You ever heard of
Mhm.
it? Yeah. That, my God. Well, this has been a blast. I've had a great time talking with you.
So
Trust
that
me,
was
it's been weird at times, but in a great way.
I
So
feel like I made up for being so late.
I would agree. I mean, you didn't have to do anything to make up for it. I ain't got shit else to do. But it's the thought that counts. But
Mm.
yes. All
Try
right.
to
So
be punctual, you know.
no, you're good. Before we go, any last words you'd like to tell the folks? Any of your thoughts on the world? Hopes for the future? Fast and the Furious quotes you can pull out of your ass?
We hungry. I'm actually kind of hungry. That's not my favorite quote. We hungry.
Perfect. And on that
Oh,
note,
there's another one, but I don't want to say it because it has an accent.
oh no,
It's
say
like
it.
Paul Walker. You know that one scene, Paul Walker in I think it was Too Fast, Too Furious.
What are you talking about? Cuh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do I? Yeah. I say it
Yeah,
in my sleep.
that was so good. Like every now and because I use Instagram way too much. I'd be like scrolling, and there was a whole account that just posts this scene.
Every day.
Like,
I follow it. Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
Honestly, we peaked as a society.
Oh yeah. Yes, we have.